Come on, what game are we on? Oh my god, sweaty already. Sheesh. What up, guys? What up? What up? What up? Cool. We are live. What up, guys? Whoops. Okay, let me share this screen here. What up, guys? What up? What up, man? We'll get started here in another minute. Let me pull up the model. Again, we are on sharing my screen on YouTube. We'll discuss recent play lately. Let's and then we're gonna cook it up, man. It's a small slate on the night slate. Actually, damn, you guys got a lot of early games right now that we can still talk about, so we can discuss it. Let me hide those screens. What up, guys? What up? What up, man? Welcome in. Go ahead and settle in, and we'll talk about it, man. Waiting for more people to arrive. James Wood did it again. Yeah, I saw that he saved the Nationals from being swept, man. James Wood, that's the best player they got right now. He's definitely hot. Meanwhile, everybody else is not. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started, man. I got San Francisco and Cleveland on. Come on, hoping for good things. What up, guys? What up? What up? What up, man? It got dark as hell here. There's a big rainstorm coming in here in D.C., so that's why it looks a little darker than normal. But we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Let me see if I get this one pitch here, guys, and then we'll get started, man. I need one good thing to happen to me here. One strike and or a diving catch. Let's go. All right. That's good. What up, guys? Let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's get right to it, man. I try to keep it 100% with you guys, man. Keep it transparent. I'm getting my butt whooped right now. The winners have gotten stingy with the props, with the sides. Totals, I'm trying to open up the totals a little bit more. I sent one total earlier. Milwaukee didn't go my way. These guys came out swinging against Peralta and Tyone. That was surprising. Guys just didn't have it today, man. So, again, just trying to keep it transparent with you guys, man. It hasn't been smooth sailing over the last week and a half. Trying to get back to the consistency, man. I'm not working any less. If anything, I'm working more, man. I'm putting in more hours. Just trying to get back on track, guys. And when I say the winners have got stingy and I'm getting my butt whooped, it's a bunch of one and 2 days, man. A few 1 and 2 days here have stacked up, so I'm just annoyed not to come up with any profit, any green days. Lately, it's just been 1 and 2 days, man. But 1 and 2 days aren't going to kill you either, man. 1 and 2 days are not going to kill you. If you get swept, yeah, that's a bad thing. Not even a bad thing considering the run we've been on. Ever since I joined you guys here on TikTok and YouTube and Twitter, it's been great, man. It's been great. It lasted for a good month and a half, man. We had a nice little heater going, but we're gonna, like I said, the 1 and 2 days they suck. They're annoying. They're frustrating, but they're not gonna kill you, man. So those of you guys that are in the Discord, just hang tight, man. Hang tight. I know it's annoying. 1 and 2 days are frustrating, but we'll get it back, man. Let's see what you guys have to say. Do you like Giants team total over 3.5? I like the Giants side, but I would not like the team total over, brother. Yo, you need to do better in explaining your picks. You just say I like the advantage on the batting edge. I need to do better at explain my picks. When I have an opinion, I give you the opinion, man. I'm not gonna make something up. When I have a good opinion on something, I'll make it clear, and I do make it clear. So first I tell you who has the edge in each department, and then I'll tell you my opinion on the game if I have an opinion on it. If I don't, then I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know what else you want me to do, brother. Again, it sounds like you also have not joined on YouTube. On YouTube, you can see all the plays that I highlight, man. So, but yeah, opinions are not worth too much if you can't turn them into winners, man. So I haven't been capitalizing on the Rockies, even though I tell you guys every day that the Rockies are in business. The Angels have been in business. Yeah, man, gotta turn them into W's. What's up, Michael? What's up, A1? Okay. All people are getting smacked. Maybe, man. Maybe. It's something about like sharps versus Joes or whatever they call it, man. But it's all right, man. This is something that I've been here, done that, and we're gonna figure this out, man. What? You don't see my comment, Nasir? Brother, I'm catching up on the comments. Give me a moment here. I am live on like 5 different platforms, so bear with me, man, and we'll get right to it. Damn, a lot of people in bad mood today, man. A lot of people in a bad mood today. All right, let's go, man. You guys know how this works. If you have dropped something for me, double tap the screen, and I will get to it. On YouTube, James Wood. Yeah, man, James Wood done it again, man. Done it again. Unfortunately, yeah, not a daily dinger for us. It was a daily dinger on Tuesday for us. Double tap the screen, guys, if you guys want a play discussed. Nasir, I see that you spammed your comment, and that's cool with me, man. Let's see. He wants to talk about the Phillies. Phillies are on the road at Miami. Phillies on the road at Miami. Let me hide these columns here so you guys can see it a little better. Let me blow up the screen a little bit more now that I have a bigger screen too. Cool. Wow, this looks good. Philadelphia is on the road at Miami for the series finale here. This one has been zigzagging, right? Philadelphia took the first one, then Miami took the next one, then Philadelphia took yesterday. When it comes to batting, it does look like we have a pretty even matchup here. The Miami bats have woken up, man. Miami bats have definitely woken up. They're definitely trending in the right direction. In terms of bullpen, doesn't really look like you have an edge either way. In terms of pitching, both of these guys are pretty good, actually. Christopher Sanchez and Edward Cabrera. Edward Cabrera was getting hit a little bit more at home over the last 5 games, but recently, I mean, he put up 1-0 lately. But not bad numbers not there for Miami. It does look like we had a pitching change at some point. Let me see, because the line has moved 40 points. That would be enough for a pitching edge. Let me see if there's any movement here. No, I'm not seeing any pitching changes that were announced. It does look like this line has dropped 40 cents. I think there's value here in Miami just because there's not a huge edge with the pitching or the batting or the bullpens. So I would say there's some value here in Miami. I don't know if I'd be playing -140. Yeah, I wouldn't be paying Philadelphia -145 on the road in a game that they don't have a clear edge. In any department, man. Who wants to go next, guys? Somebody double tap the screen, and I'll get to your play next. Mill says you're colder than Alaska. Again, brother, it happens. Colder than Alaska. If that means 1 and 2, I'll take that, bro. 1 and 2 is not gonna destroy you. Remember, guys, we're supposed to be grown adults, grown men and women. We know what we're doing. Grown men and women. We know what we're doing here. We know we're putting in a risk, man. If you can't tolerate that risk, this is not for you, okay? Because you're in the most volatile kind of investing that you can possibly do. If this is not for you, bro, if you can't handle a 1 and 2 day, it's not for you, bro. It's not for you. But yes, I do need to be better. I think the picks on here on TikTok, yeah, I don't think this week has been good. I took maybe 1 day off, and yeah, man, if you can't handle this week that we've been on, especially after the 16, I don't know if you were part of the 16-1 run. 16 out of 17 is very good, and it does give me a little bit of leeway here over the next week. But I do have to admit that I have to be better, man. My man Fat is double tapping. Let's check on Fat real quick, man. I'm climbing. I don't see anything for you. To address the comment that says a lot of the sharps are getting smacked right now. Again, everybody has their style of picking games, and And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if sharps are getting hit all around the league or all around TikTok. My style of betting is a little sharper, yes. I don't think I go super sharp, right? I don't try to put you guys on Angels or Rockies, obviously. But yeah, man, it's something I felt like this. I don't know. Let me know if you guys feel like this, man. It feels like the house kind of adjusts a little bit, right? They give sharps. All right, obviously sharps are significant to them, right? It seems like sharps have their run for a long time, and then they'll let the public come in and get theirs a little bit. I feel like the house adjusts a little bit somehow, some way. And yeah, man, before I get really freezing cold where I'm just getting swept night after day after night, then we're just gonna keep working hard, man. Just gonna keep working hard. I'm gonna adjust to, like I said, my totals is not something I've been putting a lot of priority on, and it's something that I'm over the last 2 days I am looking at it a little bit more, man. Last couple of days, yeah. 100% I get you, brother. Who wants to go? Let's see. You want to talk about the Braves? Mill wants to talk about the Braves. Let's see. Braves is at Atlanta. Where's Atlanta? Atlanta's at home here against the Mets. It does look like I still have pretty even bats here. If anything, the edge goes to the New York Mets bats. Again, they just put up 0 yesterday, so maybe some outliers there that we have to review. In terms of pitching, you do have a pitching edge here with Clay Holmes, man. So the Mets have now lost 5 in a row. We did the 2 good things that have gone for us lately is that the Atlanta Braves are now they did take care of 2 wins for us over the last 2 days. I loved Chris Sale yesterday, man. But again, just do it. I just did it for 1 unit. Today it does. If I had to pick here between this game, I think the New York Mets have a chance here to avoid the sweep with the better bats. And the better pitcher. They do have the better pitcher overall. Spencer Strider, not a guy that I really trust. And at home, he's only played 2 games this year at home. Definitely need more of a sample size. Again, desperate spot there for the Mets. And the Mets bats apparently have not been the issue there for New York. So I would lean New York, man. But again, if you wanna fade that, go ahead, man. Be my guest. Who wants to go next, man? So everybody's noticing that the sharps are getting beat. Bro, I'm cool with you guys like giving me good information like that because yeah, if I have to adjust and go public for a while and be super public or go to totals, dude, I'll do that, right? So that's why, like I said, I'm looking at totals a little bit more because yeah, maybe those the sharp angles aren't really hitting right now. So if you guys are noticing the same thing, I appreciate that, man. My man Dalton says I'm gonna join the Discord soon. Cool, man. Yeah, we've had a bad week and a half. Again, I'm talking about 1 and 2, so I am exaggerating a little bit, guys. 1 and 2 is really not that bad, but the 1 and 2s have been stacking up, and I need to do better. I need to be better than that. Okay. So if you have plans to join the Discord, yes, you're catching me on a dip. So go ahead and buy the dip, man, and get in the Discord whenever you feel is right, man. Guys, double tap the screen. Sharps are getting beat because all the TikTok are not real sharps. It is what it is, man. I don't consider myself a real sharp or whatever. I go with my style, bro. I go with my style. If anything is spamming is a good thing, bro. So I meant like if you want to put your comment over and over again, that's fine. But okay, I'll make sure not to cover any more of your plays, brother. Jeez, people are in a bad mood today, and maybe it was a bad idea here to get on live today. And the people that were super in a good mood, man, they disappeared, man. So okay, I forgot where I was at. So yeah, so I just go off of my style, man. If anything in baseball, you can really get away with being more of a public person because it's more of a it's more of a just matchups, right? It's more of the matchups and if you have the matchups edge. So like I told you 2 days ago when Philadelphia had They had the line and it looked sketchy as hell, but I told you they have the batting edge and they have the pitching edge. So I'm not going to talk anybody off of Philadelphia. If you have those two edges, you have a real good shot. Okay. Yesterday, same scenario. Houston Astros had the clear pitching edge, had the clear batting edge yesterday. Okay. The line looked a little sketchy, and I said if it cleans up, I like Houston. I really like Houston. It did clean up yesterday, but unfortunately, I didn't see it until late. I'm going to set some alerts up, so in case we have some late movements like that. Houston ended up closing at minus 185. Okay, and that's what I wanted to see in that line yesterday. But the point of that is, if you have the pitching edge, if you have the batting edge, you don't have to be sharp. You don't have to be public. You have a good shot in baseball. Okay, NBA and NFL, other sports, you do have to take other scenarios into mind. Yeah, everybody hates me. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, man. They'll be back. They'll be back. I still know that I'm giving you guys value. Whether I end up, taking teams like the Angels and Rockies, maybe I got to start doing that. Whatever. But I know I'm putting you guys in. I'm guiding you guys in the right direction. In the right direction at the very least. My man Calling is double tapping. Let's see, Calling. I'm not seeing anything for you, brother. But if you have something, go ahead and drop it in the chat. My man Dalton says I'm legit. You're legit, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Again, I can only keep it real with you guys. This week and a half has sucked, and we just got to bounce back, man. Again, you guys join the streams. A lot of you guys watch for 2 hours, 1.5 hours. It's because you're getting value out of it, man. So hit the follow button, guys. If you're not already following, a lot of people, tune in for 2 hours. It's not for nothing, man. And you guys are still here at the beginning of my streaming journey. And it's just a matter of time before we're gonna pop off, and there's gonna be 5,000 of you, and I won't be able to keep up with all the comments, man. Hot days, cold days, good days, bad days, it don't matter. I know I give you guys good value, and we're gonna pop off, man. Twan says I feel lost if I don't watch you. Thank you, brother. Wow, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. Bad days don't last, man. What is it? Bad times don't last. Nah, there's a corny saying. Whatever. A lot of people upset. Moonshot baseball. We talk baseball. It's value. Yeah. We're just looking for value. And yeah, lately it has been on teams like the Rockies and the Angels. At least I'm not getting smoked by the Yankees. Have I ever told you guys to take the Yankees over this 9-game? Bro, be honest. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down for real. Be honest with me. Am I getting crushed on teams like the Yankees? No. I've told you guys since the Red Sox series. I'm like, they're not matched here. They're outmatched here. Why are they laying minus 180, even with Carlos Rodon on the mound? Bro, it's been like 2 weeks and a half. Now, am I taking the other team either? Probably not, and I probably should be, right? I should be taking teams like the Angels and the Rockies, but I just can't live with taking teams like that, and if they don't come into fruition, man. So at least at the very least, I think I can guide you guys in the right direction. It looks like the Yankees finally got a win today. Congrats. But they've been so bad. And I'm here telling you guys exactly what I'm seeing. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I know a lot of you guys appreciate it. My man Jet said, let's talk about Houston. He says Houston's on the road here at the Athletics, okay? And we got the series finale here. It looks like the Athletics are facing a sweep today. Not that means too much with the Athletics. By the way, guys, I have some really bad storms here. So on YouTube, if I get cut off, just know TikTok is still gonna be alive with the. I could go to cellular data here if my power goes out for some reason. Bad storm here in DC. Houston versus Athletics. I have the batting edge. I have a clear batting edge with Houston. Pitching, in terms of pitching, I don't really have an edge either way. You have a rookie going for Houston today, Colton Gordon. Rookie going there. And then on the other side, you have Jacob Lopez. He's only played 4 home games this year. Limited sample size. Doesn't look bad. If anything, you got really good pitch. You got decent pitching here. Would I take Houston? Houston just whooped their butts yesterday, and I think whooped them 2 nights in a row now. Athletics are facing the sweep. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Athletics, fight today, and this line is not moving, and everybody's going to be on Houston. Everybody is on Houston already. I would say Athletics have a chance tonight, man. Again, same thing like the Angels, like the Rockies. Am I going and taking these other teams? Probably not. But I would say the value is with the other team. People got to chill. MLB is hard. Lots of varios, hurdles. Yes, exactly, man. Bro, you make a good point about umpires because again, I'm trying to learn something off of every loss. And if I take a loss like on the Milwaukee under earlier today, I'm going to go look at the umpire data, right? Umpire data is something that I used to look at a lot, and then I started looking at it and I was like, I don't know if it has too much. But then when you're watching the game, and these guys are calling a strike, something that's 6 inches off the plate, or vice versa, or it's right down the middle and they're calling it a ball. It frustrates you and you want to go look at the data. So now I do have umpire data, guys. If you guys want information on the umpire, I can provide that information. How can you hate on that, man? I am trying to learn from every single one of my losses. I'm giving you guys really good information, how a team is on the road as a road favorite, how a team is after a loss, last 7 days, last 14 days. All this stuff is updated for me, man. And yeah, it's just a matter of time before we go on another 20-unit, 30-unit, 40-unit run. Sun will always come up. Truth. Damn, do I sound depressed? Bro, you've been selling hella. Holy cow. I've been selling. It is what it is, man. Yeah, a little bit cold lately. We've been talking about this. I should have known the Yankees were on a slump. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I have not taken the Yankees not once, but I think every single game during the slump, I told you guys, no, today's not the day either. But yeah, Twan, I do appreciate you, man. He says I feel lost if I don't watch you. Thank you, man. Guys on YouTube, man, y'all, YouTube, send me some live reactions. Double tap the screen, guys. Who wants to go next? Double tap the screen. Let's go next. Again, guys, with the trolling, okay, whatever, man. If you guys want to vent a little bit, go ahead. Yesterday's prop, bro, Ellie De La Cruz on his bobblehead night. That game got called, so most of the books voided that leg, but it wouldn't matter because Ohtani sold on the other game. That's back-to-back games where he's 0 for 4, 0 for 5. That's not going to keep happening. It was crazy. The Padres put in the closer that they put in yesterday, not their normal closer. They put in the worst possible guy. They put the stat line. It says in his last game against Arizona, he gave up 5 runs in .1 innings. So he recorded 1 out, he gave up 5 runs. I'm like, oh my god, just get me to the extra innings. And in extra innings, Ohtani's gonna bat. He's gonna lead off in extra innings with the man on second. I'm like, okay, I like that. But then the Dodgers substitute. They brought in Will Smith, right, the catcher. He had the night off, but they let him pinch hit. Bro, this guy came out swinging. He smoked a fastball that looked like a home run, right? And I see this every single time, bro. When they come out swinging, when they almost hit a home run on you already, chill, bro, chill. Put the ball in the dirt. Pitcher throws him a freaking duck on the next pitch, and it's a home run. It's a walk-off for the Dodgers. Anyways, was Ohtani going to have another at-bat in extra innings with the man on base to walk off the Dodgers? Yes, but you never know what would have happened. So I'm not. That's just the kind of luck I'm having over the last week, man. I'm trying to. You didn't take Yankees, but you didn't take other teams while Yankees was in a slump. Yeah, I've been clear about that, and maybe I do, man. Maybe it's too sharp of me to take the Angels or the Rockies, man. But maybe we gotta do that, brother. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. If that's the feedback you guys want to give me, I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool with that. Just know. If I put the Rockies up one day and they lose, oh my God, I'm not gonna hear the end of it. I am not gonna hear the end of it. Let's go, guys. Somebody drop your plays. We've been talking a lot about you guys. I'm getting depressed, man, and it's starting to rain here. It's pouring. You guys are depressing me, man. Let's get some good vibes, man. Let's cook up the winner today. That's all that matters right now. So far, I don't even want to say anything, but I'm watching San Francisco, Cleveland. What do you got to do nowadays, man? I got to cross my toes nowadays. My man Rick says, what I think about the Astros today. Let's take a look. So we just talked about this one. I do think you have a clear batting edge, but when it comes to pitching, this looks pretty even. And I don't know, maybe the bats are still pretty good for the Athletics. They're really not that bad. So I don't, and Houston just spanked them 2 nights in a row. Um, it is what it is, man. I don't know if the Athletics can. I'm not gonna get to the Athletics, but I could see them. I could see them having a good chance tonight. So my lean, I guess, would be. Would I even say my lean? No, because you do have a batting edge with Houston. But I'm not gonna take Houston tonight. Yesterday just seemed like a really good scenario, and unfortunately, I didn't see it until late. I told you guys that line was minus 160. You guys remember this? Yesterday, I told you guys that Houston Astros line is minus 160. Why is it not minus 200? Okay, that was my problem with it. Right? That sounds crazy, right? It's like I'm waiting for the line to go up against me. Like if I'm trying to take it, yeah, because that tells me a lot, right? If it's minus 160, I think that's so sketchy. I think that's so baity, right? Whereas before game time, go look at it. This thing closed minus 185, so it moved up 20 cents, and that's what I needed to see to say, okay, now they're respecting the money that's coming in on Houston. They're respecting all the tickets that are coming in on Houston. They have the batting edge. They have the pitching edge. That was the green light. That was the green light. My man Twan says the Sox and the Cards F5 over. So that's a game that I don't have here on my spreadsheet. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I hit it. I don't think I put it all because that's a doubleheader today. And usually I don't do doubleheaders, but I am kind of interested in the Detroit-Pittsburgh one. Damn, Detroit is spanking them in game 1. And that's kind of what I wanted to see for game 2. But I've told myself I don't take doubleheaders, so I'm not really interested in that one. But let me answer your question about, here we go. I do got St. Louis versus White Sox. It's not Eric Fetty. Here, I'm going to type it in just for you, man. Just because, Twan, you're a good guy, man. You're a good guy. Let's see. St. Louis versus the White Sox. Let me see who's pitching in game 2. This is a doubleheader, right? Like I keep saying, guys, if you guys want to vent, go ahead, vent, man. Go ahead, drop it in the chat. We're gonna snap out of it at some point, man, and shit's gonna go our way. When you get disrespectful, that's where my page will just disappear, and you won't see my page again. Is that fair? Because I'm not out here disrespecting anybody. If anything, I'm trying to give you guys help. I'm trying to give you guys, trying to lead you in the right direction, man. Let's see if we can get it going here. St. Louis versus the White Sox. Michael McGreevy is going for St. Louis. For the White Sox, Mike Vasil is going. You have cold bats. You have good pitching with McGreevy, whoever he is. He looks like he's decent. Vasil, I don't know much about him. I know he's a bullpen guy, and it does look like he's the weakness today. I would say, bro, the bats are pretty bad. But one thing I would say about doubleheaders, bro, doubleheaders are goofy already, right? Because think about it, you gotta play 18 innings in one day. That's a lot of baseball, right? And if you go to extra innings, you're playing 19, 20 innings in one day. That's a lot of baseball, bro. So I would advise you that bullpens are already not bullpens. Doubleheaders are already very goofy as it is. And then to top it off, bro, totals, man. I've done totals on doubleheaders before. They are even goofier. So that would be my my recommendation on that. If it's not super clear and obvious, even when it was, there was one doubleheader. We had Chris Sale. You guys remember this? Chris Sale and the Braves, and I think it was Zach Wheeler on the other side. Zach Wheeler and the Phillies in Game 2. It looked like the clear is under, right? Clear is under. Chris Sale, you got great pitching, elite pitching, right? The bats are going to be exhausted. It's game 2. Bro, they popped off. I avoided that total completely, and I just went on, I was on the Braves that day, and that was an easy winner. The Braves popped off in game 2. So I would advise you to look more at the sides, man, in these second games. That's just my personal experience. Who wants to go next, guys? Double tap the screen if you guys want to go next. My man made me, I unhit all these columns just because, all these rows, just because you asked, man. Just because Twan is a good guy. Double tap the screen, guys. Double tap the screen if you want to go next. My man Buki, welcome back, brother. He says, how do you feel about the Pirates in Game 2? Obviously, the first of the doubleheader with Skeens on the mound. Brother, that's a game that I wanted to talk about here because I said it in the Discord, and I think one of the angles that you could do in the doubleheaders is to take the team that lost in Game 1 to win in Game 2, okay? Now, it's not as simple as that, right? It's not as square as that. It's actually a little better because if you're taking the team that lost, that means that you're taking the team that if you're taking the team that lost, that means the team that won Game 1, Detroit in this case, they already used up their best arms, right? They secured that win. They used up their closer. They used up their setup guy. They did everything to secure that win, okay, in Game 1. And in Game 2, and especially, guys, when they had listened to this, when they had the chance to put up Skeens versus Screwball, right? They had a chance to put up Skeens versus Screwball, and they chose to split them. I think they chose to split the double hitter as well. Detroit was going to go all in on Game 1, and I think Pittsburgh is going to go all in on Game 2. My lean is Pittsburgh. I haven't gotten to it because the bats are ice cold. These bats are 30th, 29th in so many different categories. They were getting better for a little bit, but now they suck again. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it, but my lean would be Pittsburgh, brother. Boogie, I hope that answers your question. I think in these doubleheaders, they especially guys when they had the two starters and they couldn't put them up. They could have put them up against each other, but they chose to split them up. I think they chose to literally split the doubleheader before. In fact, putting Detroit Game 1 and Pittsburgh Game 2, like a lay for that would have been interesting. But that is my opinion on that, man. Dalton says, have you done Brewers and Cubs? Brewers and Cubs is already finishing, brother. We took the under in that game, and it was an L. They came out swinging. I had good pitching on both sides. What you do have, guys, what you did have there in that game is very good bullpens. So if you want to consider something, just consider that. Both bullpens are good. I just needed the starters to keep it under 5, under 6. But they came out swinging, man. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm going to focus on bouncing back, man. Double tap the screen, guys. Who wants to go next? Double tap the screen. I've been trying to find you. I'm going to follow you. Cap a lot. All right, hey, man, I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, again, guys, a lot of you guys watch, bro. Normally there's like 60, 80 people here. TT's being annoying with me. But a lot of you guys normally watch for like 2 hours, man, and still on following. Hit the follow button because you will miss out on my videos if you're not following, okay? And yeah, man, the 10-day series will be back. We did a 10-day series. Actually, before we did the 10-day series, we already had hit 11 in a row in our first 11 plays here. So we're just trying to get back to that, man. So we hit 11 in a row, and then we said, okay, why don't we do a challenge after this is done? And then we did the challenge, and we won 5 in a row. So we have a good chance of hitting it, man. We've already hit 11 in a row here in TikTok. Hit the follow button, guys, if this is your first time here. Do not miss out on these streams, man, because that 10-day challenge, I'm telling you, we're going to get close again before the summer is up. That's for sure. I'm sorry if I didn't make you guys 10K on the first attempt, but we're going to keep going, man. We need a daily dinger, bro. On a day like today, maybe I do need a daily dinger. That'll cheer me up, right? We could talk about it. Let's see, guys. Who wants to keep going? Guys? Send the live reactions, guys, on YouTube. I do appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed as well. Hit the follow button, guys. Hit the follow button if you're not already following. And let me know what else you guys want to talk about. When I get in a slump, is there a discount? Bro, slumps are part of the deal, man. If you can't deal with that, then you're in the wrong business. You're in the wrong business, brother. Cleveland, San Francisco. Okay. Guys, double tap the screen. Who wants to go next? My man Twan wants to talk about the Phillies. Phillies versus Miami. Christopher Sanchez versus Edward Cabrera. Let's go. So this is the game that I told you. It's moved 40 cents. in the other direction, even with no pitching change. I don't have a pitching change that has been recorded here. Cabrera versus Sanchez. I think this is both. These are both pretty good pitchers. This is the game where I told you the bats are very similar. The pitching is similar. The batting is similar. I would say there's value in Miami. Have I been taking Miami even though they've won 5 out of the last 10 games? No. But those is just add them to the list like Angels and Rockies. It's just ugly to take those teams. And not that I wouldn't take them personally, but it's hard to put it out publicly, obviously, you know? The daily pick. The daily pick is the Rockies money line. Imagine that. Who wants to go next, guys? Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up, man. We're going to wrap it up. It is a small slate today. Nobody wants to talk about NBA. It's small slate left on the MLB slate. We could do the Daily Dinger. Maybe that's something we need, man. Just for fun. Just to see. Right? It sounds kind of silly, right? To see one go through the net, if it's a Daily Dinger, I mean that would definitely lighten the mood up a little bit. But sometimes you gotta like weather the storm a little bit, just lay low for a little bit. And 1 and 2 days is kind of laying low, man. All right, it's kind of laying low. Any props here today? I don't have any props ready. I had my list from yesterday, but no, I haven't updated it today. They've been. But if I were doing props, so the reason I looked at at possibly doing props and then I said no, thank you, is because if you're looking at my screen on YouTube, guys, you'll see there's not a whole lot of red for the pitcher, so that means there's not a whole lot of bad pitching today. But let me give you an idea. Maybe you could go up against Charlie Morton. You should look for somebody on the Rays to go up against. Charlie Morton, it's not a huge... On the road, he sucks, but overall, he's good, so he's still capable of being decent. But his road numbers are really bad. His road splits are really bad, so consider somebody on the Rays. I know the Lowe brothers have been really good lately. And then the other guy, Yamamoto for the Dodgers, man. He's not playing really well right now, so you got the Padres there on a chance to with the chance to avoid the sweep. Yeah, I would probably be looking at some of the Padres, man. So I hope that helps you. Maybe we could cook something up, but I don't know if I'm doing a video today. I don't know if I do something official, but maybe I at least give you guys some names. But in the meantime, let's do a Daily Dinger. Let's do a Daily Dinger, man. Why not? So if I were looking for a dinger today, I'd be looking at a pitcher that I could really fade, right? So we need to track these like lefty-righty matchups, okay? So remember, when you're watching the game later between Pittsburgh and Detroit, which is about to start actually an hour from now, remember that the Detroit pitcher, Kaider Montero, he is terrible against lefties. And this is a very good sample size. Over the last 30 days, he has a terrible, terrible WOBA against lefties, and he's pretty good against righties. So let's see if Pittsburgh has any lefties in the lineup that could be trouble. So they have 3 lefties. So overall, they're not really going to take advantage of the weakness. But O'Neal Cruz, pay attention to O'Neal Cruz today. Pay attention to Horwitz. That's the 1 and the 3. So would one of those like hit a dinger probably? Let's see. I think O'Neal Cruz is probably more of a dinger guy. Horwitz, I don't know too much about him. Horwitz, no home runs in the last 14, 60 days. O'Neal Cruz is the leadoff man. He also hasn't hit. This is a cold lineup, man. But, okay, home runs, it does look like Kaider Montero does give up the most home runs on the rest of the slate. Bro, really, nobody else on the slate is really a terrible pitcher tonight. There's not a whole lot of people that are giving up a lot of home runs, man. Kaider Montero, and maybe, like I mentioned, maybe Yamamoto. Maybe one of the Padres. Let's see, who are the Padres? Of course, we've taken Manny Machado recently. He's been good to us. Let's see who's hot right now for the Padres, so you guys can pay attention to that. Fernando Tatis and Gavin Sheets. Those are going to be the top performers there right now for the Padres as it stands. So, do I want to call Tatis for the? What do you guys think? Cruz didn't play last game, so he sat out game 1. Yeah, he did sit out game 1. Yeah. Ooh. Bro, that is more reassuring. Guys, let me know if I'm just talking nonsense. That is more reassuring to me when when a team sits their best batter in game 1 of a series. It's because they're trying to play game 2, right? It's because they're trying to go all in on game 2. FD has Holton pitching for Detroit. I think that's going to be one of those primary situations. Let's see. I do appreciate when you guys let me know about that, because that makes me want to just double check and make sure everything's good. God, what is up? Oh, am I on Wi-Fi? I might be on Wi-Fi. Guys, let me know on YouTube if the stream is not reliable today. For Detroit, yes. So Kiter Montero is the primary pitcher. He's going to be the one doing the bulk relieving. So especially if you're going full game, you should be considering Kiter Montero. The other one, let's see, who is it? Holton. Tyler Holton will serve as the Tigers' opening pitcher. But Montero is likely to absorb the bulk of the innings. That's straight out of RotoWire. So, yeah, Holton is only going to be good for 1 inning, it looks like. And he's been average. He's not that good. So, if anything, that kind of adds to my point about Pittsburgh. Going back to the home run here for Tatis, he's been ice cold. In terms of home runs, he's been cold. He's not hitting with a whole lot of power right now. He does have 2 back-to-back games where he went 0 for 4 and 0 for 2. I don't know. Let me know if you guys like Fernando Tatis. Yeah, but how do you know that he's going to play in the next game? Good question, brother. We don't know until it's confirmed. And right now it's still not confirmed, but he's expected to be in the lineup for game 2. Who wants to go next, guys? Excuse me. Tampa Bay. My man Jet says, what do you think about Tampa Bay with Drew on the mound? So you got Drew Rasmussen on one side. You got very good batting on both sides. You got very good bullpens on both sides. And you do have the pitching edge with Drew Rasmussen. At home, he's fantastic. 5 runs over 28 innings. That's very impressive, especially in that minor league park. Very impressive. And if anything, he's due for a bounce back. He got rocked in his last game, 4 runs in 5 innings. Meanwhile, you got Charlie Morton on the other side. Charlie Morton is he's good overall, but on the road he gets rocked. He gets torn apart on the road. I would say, brother, that the line here is looking pretty sketchy. It looks like Baltimore has a chance here, right? Even with Charlie Morton on the mound, on the road again. So for me to get to Tampa, which that was your question, for me to get to Tampa, there has to be clear advantages. I think I do have a clear advantage in the pitching department, but in terms of batting, man, both these bats are good. Both these bullpens are good. So for me, I would think Baltimore can stay in this game. I don't see the lineups yet, man. Yeah, there's not. RotoWire just says expected. It says that O'Neill Cruz is expected. They actually do that. They do it pretty late when it's doubleheader. When it's a doubleheader, they do it pretty late. So O'Neill was out of the lineup. Their best hitter, Pittsburgh best hitter, was out of the lineup in Game 1. He is expected to be in Game 2, but not confirmed yet. Jerome is double tapping. Let's see Jerome. So guys, all you have to do is double tap the screen, and I will check for your play. Jerome, I'm not seeing for anything for you, brother. So if you have something, just double tap and let me know. I will look for it. Okay. Who wants to go next, guys? Double tap the screen. It looks like I'm all caught up on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. I would get a notification if you guys send something on Twitter. So if you're watching on Twitter, feel free to send me something. I'll get it right now and talk to you guys about it. I'm still streaming, right? Yeah, looks like I'm still streaming. Let's do a little bit of a recap, bros and sisters. Let's do a little bit of a recap here. We're not gonna do like a formal one today, probably. But let's talk real quick. What we haven't discussed so far. Looks like Pittsburgh. Let me update the lines a little quick. So maybe we do a recap. Entirely. Let's see where the lines are at, where they have moved. Atlanta. Maybe Atlanta does have a better chance than I give them earlier, guys. So yeah, if you were on Atlanta earlier, I'm not talking you off of it anymore. I think I mentioned Mets earlier. People that asked about Houston earlier. Houston looks much better now. Houston looks much better now. All right, guys. If you guys have something, double tap the screen and I'll go find your play, man. Double tap the screen, guys. I got a lot of streams going on, so I'm trying to keep up with everybody here. My man G says, what do I think about Morton under K's? So that one's tough, man, because Charlie Morton is good overall, but on the road, he's not very good. In fact, 14 runs over 16 innings. Very bad numbers there. He's not pitching a whole lot of innings either. He's not going a lot of distance. To top it off, Tampa Bay is number 12 in terms of walks. Very good numbers there. And in terms of Ks, guys, you guys made me do it. You guys keep asking. I've added it. I've added strikeouts over the last 14 days. Tampa Bay, it looks like they're like a top 10 team right now in terms of strikeouts, man. So Charlie Morton K's that would be over. You guys usually ask for over, so that would be no thanks on the over. You did ask about under K's. Under K's, so you're fading. You're fading Charlie Morton. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. You guys gotta let me know about this K prop, man. I'm not really. Oh shoot, I've been. I forgot to send my now active, now live tweet. Bro, y'all too funny, bro. Double tap the screen, guys. Who wants to go next? Double tap the screen if you want to go next. YouTube, man, send some live reactions. Let me know if you're still there. Let me know the stream's coming through okay. Looks like we should still be online here. My man PSI says O's today. Another classic reversal. Well, yeah, they've been getting the reversal pretty often, man. Let me see. I'm tracking it, bro. Baltimore over the last month and a half, it looks like they're 4-2 when they're getting the reverse. Tampa Bay 1-2 when the reverse is against them. So not a bad move there if you're tracking Baltimore when they're in a favorable spot. My man PSI paying a lot of attention, man. Only problem is that they got Charlie Morton on the mound today, so I'm not crazy about it either, man. James says Jacob Lopez, 4+ hits allowed. Let's see Jacob Lopez to get hit up today. So he doesn't look that bad, bro. He doesn't look that bad. Colton Gordon doesn't look that bad either. The Houston Bats have gotten hot, but they're playing this series in the minor league park. This minor league park, man, everybody's hitting there. Am I going to talk you off of it? No, because I do kind of like Houston a little bit more for the game. So I like Houston to play good, and they have good bats. And this average pitcher for the Athletics, can he get hit up today? 4 hits? That sounds like a really small line. But I never played these markets. But, yeah, I'm okay with that. Guys, if you have something for me, drop it in the chat and just double tap the screen and I'll check for check for your game. Hit the follow button. If this is your first time here, hit the follow button. Do not miss out on the live streams. Don't be like the guy that lost my page and he's been looking for it. People go out of their way to look for this page because I'm giving you guys value every single day, man. Hit the follow button if you guys have something. Did you do a play of the day today? No, we're not going to do a play of the day today. We're not going to do a play of the day today, but we'll do a recap shortly, okay? So you can get an idea of where we're at. Hit the follow button, guys, if it's your first time here. Let's look at some totals real quick. Let's look at some totals, man. Do we have – I've mentioned we have some good pitching. So can that turn into possibly an under? So we have good pitching in Philadelphia versus Miami. Let's take a look, guys. Again, dude, nothing's changed in my cap. You guys hear me. I do the exact same things. I say the exact same things pretty much every single day. Rinse and repeat. For an under, I need good pitching. The batting is not as important. I need good weather. I need good ballparks. And the under can usually be a good thing here. Let's see if it works for Philadelphia versus Marlins. Philadelphia versus Marlins, this thing opened up 5.5, juice to the over. Last I saw it, it is still 7.5 juice to the over. And everybody's taking the over. 83% of the public is on the over, so that is good information there. Next game that we could probably see an under, Pittsburgh Detroit, but I'm not touching that. I mean, you got Skeen, so he can always help you out there. Guys, I'm tempted to do something with that Pittsburgh Detroit game, man. So I like Pittsburgh. And I like that they benched their best player. And I like that they have their ace on the mound. And I like that they decided to split the aces, meaning I think both teams kind of mutually agreed to split this doubleheader today. Basically. As silly as that sounds, I'm telling you, there's more to it. There's more to it than that. But that's kind of the summary, guys. Tell me if that makes sense or not. I think that makes a lot of sense. Right? Because you play 18 innings, you got to decide one game or the other. Am I going to use my best closer here? Am I going to use my best setup man, my best relievers? Right? There's something to it. I'm telling you. Okay? Because you can't use your closer for both games. Not in one game. Not in one day. So what do we do with this Pittsburgh-Detroit game? If we like Pittsburgh, we like Skeens, but their bats are horrible, so it's hard to take them, right? I think I'm kind of answering my own question here. Let's take a look at the team totals. Never mind. The line is taking a huge dip for Pittsburgh. Maybe O'Neill is probably not in after all. But just so we know what the team totals are, let's take a look. Yeah, I do see it's Holton as the opener. Team totals are set at 3.5 both ways. Team totals are set at. Team totals are set at 3.5 both ways. So let me know what you like, man. Let me know what you like. Is that a game you guys want to talk about, man? Let me know, guys. Let's put up a poll. We're going to put Pittsburgh, Paul Skeens, game 2, or Detroit with the bullpen game that they're obviously doing, right? They're going to start with Holton and then go to Keider Montero. Give me a smiley face. Give me a smiley face if you're on Pittsburgh Pirates. Give me a crying face or blue. Give me blue if you're on Tigers. Blue for Tigers, red for Pirates. Blue for Tigers, red for Pirates. Tigers are hot, man. Tigers are hot, so I'm not mad at you about that, man. Blue for Tigers, red for blue for Tigers, red for Pirates. I took Detroit under first 5. Under first 5, 1.5. After 12 game hits and got to go up against Skeens, I took Detroit under first 5. Okay. So you're fading. Okay, team total first 5. That way you avoid the Pittsburgh bullpen. But the Pittsburgh bullpen is one of the best in MLB. Top 10. Top 10. And then Skeens, you expect him to go more than 5 innings. He could probably go 6, right? Looks like he's been going 6, 7, even 8. He's touched 8. So you could get Skeens for the majority of the game, and then the rest of the game you have one of the best bullpens. And I would assume, let me check, but I would assume that Pittsburgh did not use their best arms. That's my problem, Greg. That's my problem. They can't hit, man. That's my problem. That's why I can't take them just, ML. They're gonna light Paul Skeens. They could because they have really good bats, but they just scored 9 runs earlier. I don't know, bro. I don't think they come out with the same intensity. I don't even think you get the same lineup, bro. I don't even think you get the same lineup. Let me see if it's been confirmed. O'Neal is in the lineup. Let me see who's out of the lineup. So O'Neal is in, guys. Let's see who else. O'Neal is in. Horwitz is in when he was out for game 1. And then they took out Bart and Canario. This is the Pirates lineup. So the Pirates have the best 2 bats did not play in game 1. They're playing in game 2. Again, take that with a grain of salt because Pirates bats are not not good. But the best 2 bats were not in game 1. They're going to be in game 2. For game 2 for the Tigers, Gleyber Torres is still playing. Perez is still playing. Javi Baez is out of the lineup, guys. Now, he's not the same Javi Baez before, but he's ranked number 7 right now. He's ranked number 7 in all of MLB. I don't know, guys. Let me know if there's a way you guys want to play that. Do you have the hitters list for today? I don't have a formal list, but we can come up with something, bro. How do you like the Pirates' first 5 being that Skeens is pitching? The problem is they can't score, right? That's my biggest problem with them. They can't score. I want to get to the Pirates in some capacity, but if they can't score, no, thank you, man. Whoops. Excuse me real quick. Guys, double tap the screen if you have something for me, and we'll go find your play. I got to look for more totals real quick, bro. How do you feel about Ed Cabrera? Edward Cabrera to get his case. Let's see. Is he a pitcher that could go several innings? Yeah. Is Philadelphia walking a whole lot? No. 19. Are they striking out a whole lot, though? No. So they're not striking out a whole lot. And Edward Cabrera is not a guy I really, really trust. So I am good on the over Ks, brother. Might look at the unders in the next game since first game had hella runs. Bro, trust me, I've used that logic before. Go look at Atlanta versus Philadelphia like a month ago now. The exact same logic, and you had elite pitchers on both sides, bro. It's almost like you had Skeens versus Screwball, but it wasn't that good. It was Chris Sale against Zach Wheeler. Bro, actually, that is a top 10 matchup right there. And the game went over. Second game, bro, game 2 of doubleheaders are goofy. Game 1 and 2 can be really goofy. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here, guys. Do not miss out on these live streams. Today, I forgot to send out the tweet that I'm now live, so only the people that are following are able to watch me, man. So it is what it is. How do you feel about Siakam over 3.5? I think Siakam's got to step up, man, especially if Halliburton is going to be out or injured. I do like him to step up. Only problem is he popped out. He had a really good game last game, so I'm not sure, man. Maybe first 5, not sure yet. The thing I'm leaning towards most is like a Detroit team total under, okay? Because Javi Baez is out of the lineup. That's a number 7 hitter right now, currently. Number 7. So the best bat is out for that is the best bat for the Tigers. He's out today for game 2. You have Paul Skeens, obviously. You have a top bullpen, okay? And I don't think I think they made it really clear that they were going to split these series by the way they split up the aces. Okay, they had a chance to give us Skeens versus Screwball, but it wasn't good for for the teams, right? It's good for business, but it wasn't good for the teams, right? Let that sink in. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Hallie got to bounce back. He scored 4 points, bro. He definitely got to bounce back. Only problem is he's injured, bro. I hate that we have to deal with an injury here in Game 6. He definitely finished the game right. He just wasn't effective. I don't know. This is tough, man. This is tough. Under normal circumstance, if Hallie is ruled out, I think the line moves up to like 8.5. And then you would actually have value on the Pacers, right? You would have value on the Pacers because your star player is out. The star player is out, and you have a chance to bounce back. I mean, the other players. Sorry, the other players have a chance to step up. That would be my Pacers were cooked regardless of the injury. I don't know, man. They've been a little bit of a Cinderella lately. They've been a little bit of a Cinderella lately, so I wouldn't count them out, especially not at home. Thunder on the road has not been a good scenario for them. Even the cover that they got a cover for us 2 games ago, right? They got a cover for us, and it was pretty lucky. It was pretty lucky for them to get that cover at the end. There were some like out of bound like foul calls, right, that gave Thunder an extra 2 baskets in the last minute. Yeah, I'm not too excited about laying this many points with the Thunder. It just sucks that the injuries are part of it because that makes it really, really problematic. The play of the day, bro, we are working on the recap. We're going to do the recap shortly here. I was just in the middle of looking at any possible unders. So Philadelphia versus Miami, Baltimore versus Tampa. No thank you on that. Why did I even say that? We have really good pitching on both sides today, man, in a lot of different games. Let's look at the Mets versus Atlanta. Doesn't look so bad. Let's see what the line is looking like in that one. No, this one is moving from 8 to 8.5 with everybody on the under. No, thank you. Where else, guys? Where else do we have some really good pitching? I think that's probably the best of it. That's probably the best of it there. Where do we have the worst pitching? We really don't have terrible pitching. These guys in Houston versus Athletic, they're rookies and don't have a lot of experience. Maybe they can get hit up. This line opened up 10.5 juice to the under. It is still 10.5 juice to the under, but I'll take a look at it. Everybody is taking the under in that ballpark. Wow. If you guys were wondering what the weather is looking like today, man, the weather was calling for a lot of overs, and in the late games, you have a plus 25% home run index in Baltimore versus Tampa. You have a plus 36% home run index in Houston versus Athletics, and a plus 14% run index in that same game. And then San Diego versus LA, yeah, plus 12%. So I've told you guys those late games, man, it's not because it's a late game that they pop off, but it's the weather is helping every single day for the overs, especially in Los Angeles. That series is that stadium is now 26-13 to the over. And the Athletic Stadium, that's a minor league park, so that makes sense, man. That's a 24-14 to the over in that ballpark. That might be a decent over, even though it's 10.5. The Cubs just neutered me. Yeah, man. That game was unexpected today. I had the under, and that was a blowout loser, man. I don't have a lot of blowout losers. Write it down because take a screenshot of it because I do not have a lot of early losers like that, man. But that one was one of them. They came out swinging. Both teams came out swinging, and the pitchers just had no command. So we're gonna bounce back. Tigers are facing the sweep now at this point. Yes, Tigers are now they're now sweeping, and it's now Pirates avoiding the sweep. So I didn't have that before, but that now makes 10 teams that are trying to avoid the sweep today. Let's see how the earlier teams did. I know Nationals avoided the sweep, right? Guys, listen to this. Minnesota avoided the sweep. Yankees avoided the sweep. Nationals avoided the sweep. Rangers did not. Arizona avoided the sweep. And now San Francisco is trying to avoid the sweep. Guys, this angle is already 4-1. So way better already than last Sunday. Last Sunday, I remember there was like 11 or 12 teams that were facing a sweep, and I think all of them got swept, or almost all of them got swept. Keep that in mind. So before the day is up, you still got 5 more teams trying to avoid a sweep. The Pirates are one of them. The Mets are one of them. The Athletics and the Padres are the other one. I tweet about this every single day, guys. So go to my Twitter page. It's the same name, the Go Covers. It's also in my link in bio. The Mets are facing a sweep too, yes. So that leaves 4 teams left. There were 10 teams total, and one of them is in play right now. And the other 5 are 4-1. 4-1 to avoiding the sweep. That's very good there. There's a different intensity. The Mets are getting the sweep. They're getting the broom. I leaned the Mets to when I first looked at it. It did look like the Mets have a chance. But now that I look at it even more and the line has adjusted, I agree with you that Atlanta could get it there, but they don't have a pitcher that I really trust. So I don't know if I get to it. My man said he's screenshotting. Yeah, brother, take a screenshot. I do not take big L's like that, man. I do not get neutered like that, man. It sucks to get neutered like that. Hallie Hurt. I wouldn't touch him, but maturing today. Yeah, man. It's good. The guys around him, and I think Siakam is probably the guy to fill in the shoes, man. He's the next star player that really needs to step up. Yeah, man. Let's get to it, man. We're almost done here. So we don't have any terrible. We have 2 guys that we might fade for an over. So let's get updated. Let's get updated information there on what the games are looking like. Sorry, Arizona has not avoided the sweep yet, but they're getting close. Okay, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is down to minus 126. Sketchy. But they got schemed, so they always got a chance. But those bats are so terrible. Don't come tagging me for this, man. I don't think I have anything on this. Don't come tagging me for this one. Let's see. Atlanta, minus 140. Tampa Bay is minus 137. 121. Then let's look at the 2 totals that we were going to look at. Philadelphia versus Miami. We're about to end with the recap, guys. So this is still 7.5 juice to the over. And let's check Houston versus Athletics. Altuve was my next guy on the list. Look, I'm not lying to you. Let me look at my props. Yesterday, Ellie De La Cruz, Otani, Jose Altuve. He popped off yesterday. He was like 3 for 4 at least. Last I checked. He was my next guy on the list. Let's go. Next game here, Houston versus the Athletics. Let's see if that total has moved at all. Josh, we could talk about it. Give me 1 second here. Hit the follow button, guys, if you haven't been following. We do the live stream every single day. We do this live stream every single day, 4 o'clock hour. Today I forgot to send the tweet out, but it is what it is. That's why there's a lot less people here today. But hit the follow button, guys. We're gonna do these live streams every single day, man. We're gonna keep this thing going. Josh wants to talk about the Rays minus 1.5. You have Rasmussen, so you always have a chance with Rasmussen. He's pretty nice, especially at home, man. Hats off to him for doing what he does at home in that ballpark. 5 runs in 28 innings there for Drew Rasmussen at home. And then on the road, Charlie Morton is hittable on the road. He's good overall, but hittable on the road. Baltimore line, that looks a little sketchy, man. It looks sketchy that the line is dropping. It's going in Baltimore's direction with Tampa Bay having the majority of the public on it. I don't like that Tampa Bay scored double digits yesterday. The way they came back, I mean, that was kind of hard. It's kind of heartbreaking for Baltimore. That's usually losing the same game twice. Like, Baltimore could still be upset about that, and maybe they end up losing this again. I think that's more the angle that would apply here. But it looks like Baltimore can stick around in this one. I wouldn't be laying 1.5. I wouldn't be laying 1.5 with Tampa, bro. At least do just the ML. People love taking the Pirates with Skeen on the mound, but it ain't like that. The bats are, yeah, exactly. The bats are cold. The bats are so cold. So I'm definitely not thinking about ML, but I am kind of thinking about like Detroit Tigers team total under. But yeah, but then at that point, if the Pittsburgh bats are so bad, why wouldn't you just look at full game under, right? Do the Giants win? The Giants are trying to avoid the sweep, and so far this today, teams are 4-1 when trying to avoid the sweep. I lean that way initially. Yes, I leaned it that way with Logan Webb on the mound. I think they have a very good chance there to avoid the sweep. Excuse me. Do I like the Dodgers in the first five? No, Yamamoto is not pitching well right now, man. 11 runs in 26 innings at home, 13 runs over 25 innings. I think this Ryan Bergert guy he's actually pretty decent. He's a rookie. And one of the notes that I have here is this guy's pitched 6 straight road games already. That's insane. This guy doesn't get to pitch at home a whole lot. And he's pitching his 7th straight road game here. That sucks. That's just bad luck. And for a rookie to have good numbers, very good numbers, despite not pitching at home, I think that says a lot about him, man. The Padres are trying to avoid a sweep here against their rival too. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Padres surprised in this game. Sounds like a lot of underdogs, man, but some of these are kind of ugly. Let's recap, guys. Let's recap real quick. We haven't done the hit lay, but I could give you some of the names that I'd be looking for, man. Let's do this, man. Let's recap right now, right here, right now at the 22-minute mark. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around for another live stream. This is the recap. This is a small slate here on the night slate. Let's get right to it, man. Philadelphia is on the road at Miami for the series finale there against the Fish. Speaking about Fish, you have this line moving in a fishy direction. It started as Philadelphia being a big favorite, and now they're not that big of a favorite with the public all over Philadelphia. And there hasn't been a pitching change that I can see. So this line is moving in favor of Miami's direction. Let's see. In terms of the pitching department, these guys are pretty similar. Christopher Sanchez is definitely the better pitcher, but it's not by a whole lot. So I'm not giving a pitching edge to either side. In terms of the bats, I think both of these bats are pretty good right now. They're actually both ranked in the top 10 over the last 7 days. So really even matchup there for the bats. I would say Miami. Miami could be alive in this one. Am I going to get to it? No. Just like I haven't got to like the Angels and the Rockies of the world lately. These are ugly, ugly dogs that have been hitting. It's not sustainable. But every bad team is going to get hot at some point, and Miami could be heating up here. They've won 5 out of the last 10, and they're ranked number 12 overall in the last 5 games per team rankings. Next game here, the New York Mets are on the road versus Atlanta. Clay Holmes on one side, Strider on the other side. The New York Mets are trying to avoid a sweep here. They've lost 5 in a row, so they're trying to avoid back-to-back sweeps actually because they got swept by Tampa as well in their last series. I do think I still have a batting edge here. The bats for the New York Mets are not a problem. They're not as hot as they were, but they're still pretty good. Okay, last 14 days, last 30 days, they're walking a whole lot. They're not hitting with runners in scoring position. That's the biggest problem. They could get runners on base, but they're not scoring those runs when they matters most. In terms of pitching, I do think you have the pitching edge here with Clay Holmes. I think Clay Holmes is pretty good. On the road, 7 runs in 28 innings, pretty good there. Meanwhile, Spencer Strider, man, this is a guy that doesn't have a whole lot of we don't have a whole lot of information on him. He's given up 5 runs over 11 innings at home in 2 starts, so he's only started 2 games, so small sample size there. I would go with the pitcher that I probably trust a little bit more, which is Clay Holmes, and them trying to avoid the sweep. But the line is moving in Atlanta's direction with the public on New York, so I would say this is a stay away from me. If Atlanta had a better pitcher, I would get to Atlanta to complete the sweep here. Remember what I always said about the sweep, guys. Always, when it comes to the sweep, you have to have clear advantages for a team to sweep another team, especially a rival like this. I don't think there's a clear advantage. If anything, there's a disadvantage in the pitching department, is what the numbers are telling me, okay? Baltimore versus Tampa. Baltimore versus Tampa. This line is moving in favor of Baltimore with the public on Tampa. Tampa just put up 12 runs yesterday in the comeback win there. The bats. Both of the bats are really good. Both of the bullpens are really good. Rasmussen is very good. Very good pitcher, especially at home. 5 runs over 28 innings. Charlie Morton, pretty good as well, but he gets rocked on the road. So his road number is really, really bad, actually, to the tune of 14 runs in 16 innings. Very bad numbers there for Charlie Morton on the road. This line is moving in favor of Baltimore. Baltimore in this spot, usually when the line is kind of doing what it's doing now, they kind of act up. They kind of come through in that spot. So maybe does Charlie Morton actually pitch well today? I wouldn't be completely surprised because overall he's good. He just gets hit on the road. But my lean there would be Baltimore. Houston versus the Athletics. This line is moving in favor of Houston. You do have the batting edge with Houston. It's not a whole lot, but you do have a batting edge. In terms of pitching, you don't really have an edge either way. Both these guys are pretty inexperienced and don't have a complete sample size. That's because Colton is a rookie. Colton Gordon is a rookie. 13 runs over 26 innings for him so far in the last 5 games. And then Jacob Lopez. He's only pitched 4 games at home. Point is, these guys are pretty identical, but you do have a batting edge with Houston. So I think you have an edge here with Houston, and this would be a better game for a team to complete the sweep, in my opinion. San Diego versus Dodgers. Speaking about avoiding the sweep, the Padres are trying to avoid the sweep. They've lost 3 in a row now. They do have a pitcher that I am giving a little bit of props to, man. This guy's Ryan Berger. It is a rookie, and he's pitched 6 straight road games, right? That's so bad. That's so unfortunate that the schedule worked out that way, but he has not gotten to pitch at home. And the reason I'm making a deal about it is because, goodness, his numbers are really good, even though he's been on the road. 5 runs over 17 innings. He was a bullpen guy to start off, so he's only made 3 starts lately, but those 3 starts were good. 5 runs in 15 innings. So pretty good numbers there, again, for a guy that keeps pitching on the road. Just the way the schedule worked out. Sorry about that. We are going to go to bed. Go. Then with San Diego versus Padres, you also want to consider that it's the Padres trying to avoid the sweep, and it's Yamamoto on the other side. And Yamamoto has the name to him, right? But he has not been pitching really well lately. Would I take San Diego? I don't know, but I think there's value there. I would say there's value there. All right, guys, we're at the halfway point, guys. If you guys enjoy these streams, hit the follow button. Hit the follow button, first of all, because a lot of you guys come to me and tell me, hey, man, I forgot to follow you, and I've been looking for you, and I can't find your page. Hit the follow button so that doesn't happen to you. We're going to do these 10-day series, man. We're going to get close. I promise you we went to episode 6 already in our first attempt. We are going to get to the next one. We're going to get close on our 10-day series again, okay? So hit the follow button this summer, man. I have all of June. I have all of July and August, man. This is when I cook. My August numbers are usually pretty good, and this is when I have the most time to just focus on one sport, man. There's a reason why the home run derby, I've hit on 3 out of the last 4 home run derbies in the All-Star game. I can tell you exactly what it was, too, because I remember them clear as day. Juan Soto, right? Bryce Harper. Both of these guys hit. And Vlad Guerrero, okay? I believe that's 3 out of 4, if not 3 out of 5. And last year, I was in the finals. And Teoscar Hernandez ended up winning. The fact that I remember all that tells you that I'm really dedicated with the stuff. Hit the follow button so you don't miss out. Let's get back to the recap, man. Philadelphia versus Miami was a total that I was considering. You do have good pitching on both sides. I think Christopher Sanchez and Cabrera are both pretty decent. I'm a little bothered that the worst of the two is Edward Cabrera, and he has to go up against the better lineup, Philadelphia. So that does concern me a little bit. And the batting is a little better. But yeah, I would lean under in this game. I don't know how much I love it though. This total, though, if you are looking at overs, I don't do a whole lot of overs, but you do have inexperienced or questionable pitching between Houston and the Athletics. You do have hot bats. you have a small ballpark, and you have wind that's helping you there. Plus 14% runs for Houston versus Athletics. Plus 36% home runs. Plus 36% home runs in Houston versus Athletics. And not to mention, you play in the smallest ballpark, or one of the smallest ballparks. It's a minor league park. Athletics overs, home overs, are now third best. 24 and 14, 63% to the over there in Houston versus Athletics, guys. That's a recap. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for being patient with me. That was the recap. That was Let 'em Cook. So if I didn't get a chance to read your comments, give me a moment here, and we'll catch up. That recap will be posted on YouTube. Feel free to make sure you're following. Go to the Go Covers link in bio, and I'll get the recap posted again today. It's a small slate, so it should be really easy for me to post that recap. Despite me not hitting on the most wins lately, a lot of 1 and 2 days are stacking up, and that frustrates me. But the 1 and 2 days are stacking up, and I'm trying to right the ship. Despite that, I'm still able to tell you guys to avoid certain teams like the Yankees when they've been slumping, like the Nationals when they've been slumping. I'm still able to tell you guys what to avoid at the very least, and that's why I know this channel brings a lot of value to you. So hit the follow button, and if you want to get in the Discord, buy the dip, because this slump is not going to last for long. I'm focused on bouncing back, man. Good nice slate to do it, and NBA is on deck as well. Game 6. Cool. We finished that at the 31-minute mark. That's going to be a nice little. That's going to be like an 8-minute recap, man. So don't miss it. If you're on YouTube, you'll see that posted. Okay. Houston is number 1 versus left-handed pitching on the road. Okay, you went really deep into that one, man. I don't do lefty righties on the road, but that's good to know. In Houston, I'm looking at number 1 overall against lefties, so that's very good. All right, guys. While I was yapping, if you have dropped something, double tap the screen. If you're on YouTube, send some live reactions, and I will get to your play next, man. Double tap the screen if you have something for me. Thank you, Mario, for the double taps. Thank you, Amalia. Appreciate you, you ladies. Thank you so much. The girls are always super supportive, man. That's why I love that. We have to. I love that the ladies are gaining a lot of presence in the Discord, man. They are the best. They are patient. They stick to the units. They don't have an ego. Don't come on, fellas. We gotta be better, man. And there's a reason why the ladies are literally better. I think they're better gamblers than us, man. Or betters. Guys, who wants to go next? I don't recommend that G word, guys. Do not do that G word. Don't put it in the comments either. But this is for entertainment purposes only, man. We're just having fun. We're just recapping and talking breakdowns, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Hit the follow button if you do. Somebody double tap. Who I know you guys were dropping a ton of comments. I want to do a big one on the Tigers game 2. I'm not in love with that, but you do have Skeens on the mound, so you do have a very good chance with Skeens on the mound. That was the recap, man. Since 2011, teams that are up 3-2 in the finals are 7-1 and 6-2 straight up. 7-1 ATS. Yes, brother. PSI, thank you for bringing that up. That goes to my point that I've been saying all playoff long. Everybody thinks Game 7. It's so exciting. I want to see a Game 7, dude. Yeah, well, Game 7s don't happen that often. A lot of series end in Game 6. Okay? Hockey and NFL and NBA. Look at the Panthers. They just took care of business in Game 6, right? I'm not even a hockey guy, and I can tell you that. Stop, Otto. I could tell you that, okay? So a lot of games get completed. A lot of series do get completed in Game 6. So keep an eye on that, okay? I pulled up the numbers before. There's only like 2 or 3 Game 7s in the entire NBA playoffs over the last 10 years or whatever, okay? That's because a lot of teams are finishing the series in Game 6, okay? So Game 7 does not happen as often as you think, and we already had like 3 or 4 Game 7s already this year. So we already kind of got them out the way if you want to look at it that way, right? Because those Nuggets series went to Game 7, right? Clippers and Nuggets, then Nuggets and OKC. But yeah, it is a big spread today with the Pacers. It is a big spread, so I would say, we're talking about just against the spread. If you're talking straight up, you obviously know who's favorite already. Double tap the screen, guys. Who wants to go next? If not, we got to go. We got to go. Give me 1 second here. Cool. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Guys, that was a recap. It's going to be posted on YouTube. We don't have a play of the day today. If you wanted some props, somebody to consider for your props today, there's not a whole lot of them. Honestly, I would still do the props. Props are 5-3, whatever. That's still a decent record. So I would be doing the props, but there really isn't a whole lot of pitchers to fade today. The one guy that I would consider fading is look for Yamamoto to give up some hits. And if he's going to give up some hits, Fernando Tatis wouldn't be a bad guy. Or Gavin Sheets. Both of those guys are top 7 over the last 7 days. Top 30 over the last 7 days. And then besides that, bro, there really isn't too much else. Maybe Charlie Morton on the road is a fade thing. So if you're looking at Tampa, if you're looking at Tampa Bay, the hottest hitters on that lineup, there's a ton of them. Brandon Lowe. Jonathan Aranda. Somebody was asking me about Aranda. Caminero and Magnum. This guy's name is Magnum. I'm very familiar with that company. So yeah, top 4 guys there. Very good guys there for Lowe, Aranda, Caminero, and Magnum. Mangum. Dude's name is Mangum or whatever. Anyways, decent matchup there, but not super great. If you were looking at lefty versus righty splits, guys, lefty over righty splits, looks like Ryan Bergert, the rookie that I've been talking about for San Diego, it looks like he struggles up against righties. Dodgers don't have a ton of righties, but the righties that they do have are pretty good. So if you want to consider Mookie Betts, I know he's been on a little bit of a slump. Will Smith, those would be good options there for the Dodgers against to try to capitalize on the weakness of Ryan Bergert. Let's do one more. I'm looking for big discrepancies here. This one is pretty significant here for Drew Rasmussen. His weakness is lefties. Drew Rasmussen for Tampa Bay, his weakness is lefties. So if you're on Baltimore, look for some lefties to get some hits. That would be Jay Holiday, Gunnar Henderson, always a good option. O'Hearn. Okay, so those are your 3 there. Let me see if any of them are super hot. None of them are super hot, but Gunnar Henderson is above expectations right now over the last 7 days. If somebody, so guys, I hope that helps you, man. I give you like 8 guys there. I don't love the matchups today. I think there's pretty good pitching on the mound today. So I'm not going crazy with any of these, but if you wanted to, that would lead you in the right direction. Guys, if Yama gives up hits, it'll be home runs. Guy throws hard. Yeah, we mentioned Tatis as a possible. Y'all want to do it? Okay. The slate doesn't look good. The slate doesn't look good for a whole lot of dingers today because there's good pitching. But if I had to pick one guy to get a dinger today, I'd be looking at Fernando Tatis of the San Diego Padres for my daily dinger today. You made me do it. Just have some fun, man. Just have some sprinkle that, okay? Daily dinger, Fernando Tatis, yes, because we had talked about Yamamoto giving up a lot of hard contact, and Fernando Tatis, not a bad option there. And I think we also mentioned against righties. Bad option there against righties. Guys, double tap the screen if you have something for me. Otherwise, I'm signing off, man. Double tap the screen, guys. If you have something for me, otherwise I assume you guys were just chatting. I have a whole bunch of screens here to look at, man. So, Skeens over under hits. It's hard to say because the line is saying that Detroit has a chance. My heart, my mind, my cap is telling me that Paul Skeens has a chance there for Detroit, for Pirates. But the Pirates have terrible bats. They don't have bats that can help him out. So, Skeens over under. I would say under. I would say under. The hottest bat for Detroit is out, Javier Baez. Thank you, Amali, for the gifts. I really appreciate you. If nobody has anything else, again, double tap, guys. Double tap. If you drop something, I'll go look for it. Otherwise, I'm done for the day, man. I come out here even after a bad day, a 1-2 day. Oh, my God, you went 1-2. 1-2s we can live with, man. Don't cry about that. Don't be upset. Yeah, it sucks when they stack up a little bit, and I feel you guys, and I'm with you guys. It sucks, but we're gonna turn it around, and trust me, 1-2 is way better than the alternative of being out here on your own, doing your own stuff with all your parlays, man. Rafi, I've seen you a few times. Mets or Atlanta? I'm not touching that one. You need a really good team, a really superior team to complete the sweep. And I don't think Atlanta's super superior. Not today with Strider on the mound. Last call. Double tap. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a profitable one. Play responsibly. Remember, this is for fun. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Peace. Astros, okay. See you guys. YouTube, thanks for joining me today. PSI, thank you, man, for